Hello ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start with my primer while telling you what we're doing today. I'm running low on primer and I pretty much just squirted everything I had left out on my hands. So I try to put some of it back on the bottle because we won't be going to shops anytime soon. But what we're doing today is we are revisiting an old concept. Last year I was very into having something else pick my makeup, but in this process of having something else pick my makeup, I came across this website called Color Killer, and I'll have it linked down below for you if you want to check it out as well. And what it does is it looks at your last 9 posts or something, and it generates a color palette off of that. Then it kind of shows you what colors feature most in your pictures and what type of vibe you give off. And last year my Instagram feed looked like this, and the website told me that my overall color scheme was dim gray. Very exciting. But I worked with it and it ended up looking like this. I thought it was fun, and then I ended the video with a sentiment that hopefully next year I'll have a brighter color scheme. Well, it is next year. My Instagram feed currently looks like this. I actually posted this purple picture this morning thinking it might brighten up things a little bit, add some color in there. And according to this website, my color scheme for the year 2020 is this. Well, I got what I wanted in the sense that I'm no longer dim gray, but now I'm just gray. So I got these 9 very earthy, very neutral tones to use in my eyeshadow today and hopefully come up with something cool. Initially I was discouraged. I was like, really? I'm gray? I have these neutrals, what am I supposed to do with it? But there is actually this specific eyeshadow style I've been wanting to try, and I wanted to try it specifically with neutrals because I did it once before with like purple or something and didn't really like the way it turned out. Last year I at least had some kind of blue to work with and I used that as the main shimmery color. Now I have this sea foamy type of gray color, and I don't have that color, even though I guess I could have made something cool out of it. So I have the remaining 8 brown tones to work with. Now I looked around a little bit, and from what I can gather, this website uses your last 9 pictures and gives you the 9 most common shades in those pictures. So if you constantly used a bright blue background, you'd probably have a pretty blue color scheme. And if you constantly only wore white, I'm sure you'd have a pretty light color scheme. I always have my skin somewhere in the picture because it's usually a picture of me. And for that reason, I think I'm getting a lot of neutral tones. And I also have my hair in all my pictures because I got a lot of it. So that kind of explains all the browns you see, especially that one dark brown, which I'm actually very happy to have so I can create some dimension today. And now that I think about it, I took a lot of pictures this year at like the neighbor's parents' house, and they have these brown shade walls, kind of a tan brown, and that really gave all my pictures a warm tone. So I can't really say I'm surprised that my color scheme is what it is. I'm surprised they call it dim gray though. Or wait, gray. This year they said it's gray. I'm surprised it's gray because it's more earthy than its actual like gunmetal. But let's talk about my recent Instagram posts. Maybe there's something interesting I can tell you about them. What I can tell you is I'm filming this way before you're seeing it. I think it's like the 3rd of December today. And I'm sure you would have been able to figure that out if you actually went to look on my Instagram, because I told you I posted that purple picture today. I was thinking of delaying this video a bit so I get different colors. But honestly, I think my color scheme has been pretty uniform throughout the whole year. Nothing's really gonna change this month. And I really felt like filming this, so here we are. Actually, some of you might have noticed, but I didn't post anything in the month of November. The last post I had was that picture I took for Halloween where we dressed up as ghosts and took pictures outside in the dark. I thought that was a pretty cute picture, but then exams happened and the exams were rough. I'm glad we're at the other side of them. I'm actually supposed to be receiving one of my marks within the hour, but they've been delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. So I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stop waiting to see my biochemistry results and just start filming. I'm supposed to start filming this hours ago. But I did work before the exams to make sure I had videos that went up during the exam period. I don't want to have a full month of me not posting. I like the consistency. So even though I had videos going up, I ended up not posting anything on Instagram because while I can cue things on YouTube, I couldn't really do that on Instagram. I mean, I can on this website called Later, but then I have to think of everything ahead of time, edit it, then upload it to my computer, and then upload it to this website. I can't do carousels, and it's just a lot less fun. So I kind of just went screw it with Instagram. I'll be back when I'm back. So now I have a bunch of pictures related to the videos I uploaded to post that I'm behind on, which means I can spam you guys a little bit in the coming few days. I just need to get in the habit of posting on Instagram again, which who knew you could break a habit that quickly. It's of pictures you probably already saw if you watched my video on why I hate purple. I did a purple makeup look, and then I went outside with all the purple flowers and took a bunch of pretty pictures. Everyone was doing it. Like if you live in Pretoria, all your friends are posting pictures of them outside with the jacarandas. Everyone always thinks they're so cool. I was just happy that this year I didn't have to be riding my bike or walking anywhere and getting it all over my shoes. I got to stay comfy at home and away from the flowers. But I had fun standing outside with my tripod, messing around with the lighting and getting a few cool pictures. Time for some setting spray because I have all the powders I want on my face. And next up is tape because I want to be able to be messy today. So just a second. Now I'm going to make a nice straight line, and then I'm going to start with brown on my lid, the darkest one, and then go up into the lightest one. That's the plan for today. The next picture I posted, if you were to scroll down, is a picture of where I did my makeup in my webcam so that I could only see what you would see if you're like on a Zoom meeting. I did my makeup on that and then looked at what it looked like afterwards. It was fun, and it kind of made fun of the fact that everything's happening on Zoom and Google Meets these days. And I uploaded this picture saying, let me know if you can spot the editing mistake. The editing mistake was my ear. I used a tool to make the background brighter because I actually want a white background. This is a little off-white though. And on my phone I have to use my finger and kind of color in the area I want to whiten. And I was rushing it and ended up whitening up my ear, and I realized it way too late. I couldn't do anything about it anymore. So I was just like, yep, I have a white ear now. Let's see who else notices it. I think the only person who's figured it out yet was the neighbor. He was like, I think your ear looks funny. Chess commented, right, and I think she thought I was talking about my videos, which like I'm sure there's a lot of editing mistakes in my videos as well, but she was very nice. She's like, nah, I didn't see anything. Then after that is the picture where we dressed up as ghosts and took pictures outside. This was inspired by the ghost trend that was going around on Instagram and TikTok. And I love those videos. People would put their pets in like little ghost costumes and take cool pictures. Some people would get creative, some people would edit them and it would look really cool. And the song was really catchy, so I thought overall it was fun, and we decided to go take some pictures ourselves and had a lot of fun with that too. We took a lot more pictures than we ended up posting. They all turned out kind of strange. It took a minute to figure out what we wanted, but ironically, my favorite picture was one of the first ones we took where the two of us were together. So even though it took us an hour to take all these pictures, we only really needed 5 minutes to get that one. I had to hit the button on my camera to actually take the picture and then run into position, but I already had the sheet on. I didn't want to lift it up, otherwise I'd mess it up and it wouldn't look right when I put it on. So I kind of ran blind to my spot and I was like, please don't fall. I almost tripped on my sheet, almost. I almost ran into a tree too, but luckily it went well and it turned out pretty cool. Before that you have all my Halloween content. I did a nice red vampy look with like pointed lips and everything. It was inspired by a picture I saw on Instagram. And I really wanted to try it, so I tried it while talking about horror movies. I put them into like different categories, told you a bit about what they were about, gave you a few recommendations, which like if you don't know what horror movie to watch, there's a lot of them for you. But I remember filming this video, it was one of the first times I actually used my ring light, and I thought it was very cool. I had a lot of fun because then I could film at night and I didn't have to sit by my window and you don't have to see my fridge. Next I have this neon skull. It was inspired by chess. We did a collab video. It's one of my first true collabs and I had a lot of fun doing it. It didn't turn out as cool as I was expecting it to turn out, but I'm still happy with the end result. I filmed that video just before we were supposed to come back to Pretoria, and I was like, do I want to take this off and look messy with like panda eyes in the car, or do I just want to keep it all the way back? And I ended up wearing it all the way back, which was a very fun look, but in the car I was like, okay, I'm kind of over this. So I took it off in the car, like peeled the like white lines off, and then I took a makeup wipe and I cleaned off the lower half of my face, the whole mask part, the skull part, and I left the eyeshadow as is, and then just wore like a normal mask because we were going to be in public. And it looked like I was having a very dramatic glam moment. Meanwhile, I just recycled the makeup look, which was a lot of fun. I wonder if anyone was driving by us and saw me with this and was like, what is that chick doing? Next is a picture of me actually wearing sunglasses. I know, it's very rare. They're always on my head. It's where they belong. But I wasn't wearing any makeup, and I know a bunch of like YouTubers, if they're not wearing any makeup, they just pop on their sunglasses and call it a good day. And I was like, let's see what it looks like. And it turned out fine. Not that I have an issue with not wearing makeup. I mean, you see me in my vlogs all the time, but I ended up with a cool picture that I used as a vlog thumbnail. And it's a nice picture where you can see that I indeed have tooth studs, and I'm not lying about it. They really exist. They're there. You don't see them as much as I thought you would. I really thought they'd be more visible, especially with like fake lighting. I thought it would like reflect it a lot more, but now you really have to go looking for them. Part of it, I'm sure, is I didn't apply my tooth studs the way I wanted them to, which is a story for another day, and hopefully one day I'll get them redone, but for now I'm happy with them as they are. Next is a picture where I gave myself bruises with makeup for Halloween, and I really liked that video, but I ended up getting some backlash for it, which I was expecting. I know it's a bit of a touchy topic, and that's why in the video I did post a disclaimer that this is not a speech about if this stuff is happening or not. I'm just here for the makeup part of it. I do acknowledge it's serious, but that is not the topic of today's video, right? And I made the mistake of not also posting that on Instagram where I posted the picture. But I don't regret posting the picture or the video or doing it in the first place. I did try and handle it correctly, I can say honestly, and I'm sure I'm still in the process of learning how to do things correctly, and in a few years I can look back and be like, I could have handled that a lot better. But for now, I'm glad I have a video that was a lot of fun and that I'm proud of the end results. If you scroll down a bit further, you get to see my fridge for the first time in months because we were finally back in town. And I was filming again and I didn't have my ring light yet, so I set it up like that. And it was just a get ready with me life update video, kind of for me to get back in the swing of filming things. Like I haven't filmed in a while, I had other things going on, and I was like awkward in front of the camera again, and I was like, let me just do something basic, something you can't really mess up to just get used to doing everything again. It's definitely not my proudest video, but it was ultimately necessary, so I'm glad I did it. And then right after that, I filmed a Lush shampoo bar review, and I enjoyed using those shampoo bars, but that thing dissolved, yo. Like, it didn't entirely dissolve and go down the drain, but it's malleable now. It's like stretchy and jelly-like. It's very strange. And I'm kind of just using it to finish it. Should make an update video on it again when I start using a different shampoo so I can tell you what I'm using now. Now if you scroll down further, there's a picture of me sitting on the bed after I actually cleaned the room. I want to try taking more photo shoot type pictures, like I did more than just take a selfie after I filmed the video. So I was like, why not try taking one on the bed? It was fun, I got the picture. It's not the best, but it got a decent amount of likes, so I'm happy with it. I want to try and incorporate that seafoamy type of green because I see this color is kind of the same direction. So I'm going to apply Big Sky here underneath my lower lash line. The next picture you'd see if you scroll down is a picture of me hiding. I was like sitting with my hands like this. I did a makeup look with all the colors of the rainbow, and I told you about lab accidents I've had during my years as a chemistry student. And it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed that video. Some good memories and some good laughs are in there. But I was actually going to do that makeup look on campus. I want to use the analytical chemistry labs and to measure my palette before I do anything up to the microgram and then measure it afterwards so I can tell you exactly the mass of the makeup you have on your face if you do it the way I did it. However, before I could get around to doing that, a lockdown happened, and obviously now I won't be doing my makeup in public because I don't want to be touching my face or my eyes or anything while in potentially contaminated areas. So I realized that video won't be happening the way I wanted it to happen, so I did it like this instead. And I'm happy because it was so fun, and I also got some fun pictures out of it because I got to make some faces. Usually you try to smile and look pretty for the camera, and this time I was just like, no. Next up is a picture of me trying to be an e-girl. I had so much fun doing that makeup look, hey. I wouldn't say I am an e-girl, but I think that was the closest to my style that any of these different style makeup videos have gotten. It's the only one so far I'd actually redo. I'm using white highlighter to try and get this color light so it looks the way it's supposed to, but now I'm just getting highlighter in my eyes. Before the e-girl picture, I posted one where I was outside, again me trying to take like photo shoot type pictures, and again inspired by TikTok trends where you take your mirror outside and take some dramatic pictures. I decided to go out at golden hour because then everything looks cool because it's golden hour, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. And I took the bathroom mirror outside, and I wasn't too happy with any of the pictures themselves. I didn't like the effect too much, and I didn't want the neighbor to stand outside too long because he was helping me, and I didn't want to boss him around too long with the pictures. So I looked at them and I was like, what can I do with them? And I decided to put two pictures together. That way the face I was making in the mirror didn't really match up with the face you could see me making, and I thought it was fun, so I posted it. Also posted a picture with a horse. It was actually an old picture I rediscovered, but I thought it looked really nice. It was on the neighbor's phone, that's why I forgot about it. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna post it. Plus, it's one of the rare occasions where I actually wore jeans, and that has to be documented because that never happened. I think there's one picture coming of me wearing jeans that I really like. And I'm surprised by the fact that I always like the way it turns out when I'm wearing jeans because I hate wearing jeans. Let me quickly do some liner and lashes. This video is going to be an hour long with how much I've been talking today, so let's get to the lips and get things done. I really want to go with a soft pink, even though I know every time I put this one on, it doesn't feel like enough. But I'm going to start with it and see how it goes. And I'm also going to overline my lips because I've been loving that recently. Going to add a bit of a lighter color in the middle using this NYX Liquid Lingerie lipstick. I've had it for ages. And a touch of brown. And usually I would apply gloss when I overline my lips, but I think it looks okay today. So I'm just going to go right along and let my hair down. And then this is the final result. A makeup look inspired by my Instagram feed this year. I had a lot of fun going through my old pictures and telling you what happened when I took them, and it was a lot of fun doing the same concept again this year and seeing how different it turned out. Let me know what you think of how I use the colors, and if you try this out with your own Instagram, you just go to the website and put in your own handle. You have to be public, but let me know what color scheme they give you down in the comments. Let's see how many of us are dim gray according to this thing, and let us all be jealous of the people who have something like red or yellow or blue or something bright. And while you're down there, there's a like and subscribe button that would really appreciate a click. But then that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because I really feel cute, I feel pretty, I feel ready to go out, and I'm glad I did this today. But then I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye! Yesterday I told my sister that putting on lashes is really not that difficult, and now in revenge, this lash has been so difficult today. Let's try that again.